والصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا حبيب الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا رحمة للعالمين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا راحة العاشقين وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا ديك الغريبين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا شمس العارفين وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا مصباح المقربين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا محبوب الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا خير خلق الله. الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، سلطان الأولين والآخرين، والعاقبة للمتقين. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد: إنا أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركا وهدى للعالمين، فيه آيات بينات مقام إبراهيم ومن دخله كان آمنا، ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا، ومن كفر فإن الله غني عن العالمين. قال الله تعالى في شان حكيم مخبرا وعاملا: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وأصحاب سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. بلغ الأولى بكماله كشف الدجى بجماله حسن الجميع إسراله. صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا حبيب الله. والصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا نور الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. All praise is due to Allah Almighty, the nourisher of mankind, the sustainer of the universe, the Lord of all the worlds, the Master of the Day of Judgment, our Lord, our Creator. Countless peace and blessings be upon His lead Lord, the best of creation, the crown of creation, the beloved of Allah, the mercy of all the worlds, the overdone of Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Countless peace and blessings be upon his blessed family, Ahlul Bayt. Countless peace and blessings be upon the Sahaba Ikram, the noble companions of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Countless peace and blessings be upon the ummah wa Shareef, the scholars of the Way and community. Countless peace and blessings be upon the awliya Kamilin, the friends of Allah Almighty. And countless peace and blessings be upon ummatihi ajma'in in the previous day of Qadr. Alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah, we are most likely in the last Jummah Mubarak of the month of Zulqa'dah, which is the 11th month of the Islamic calendar, which is the 7th month, the second month, which is the month of Surah Recitation, the month of pilgrimage. Alhamdulillah, as we speak in, the Hujjaj Quran in full force all around the world, from the east to the west, from north to south. They are gathering and gaining momentum, and they are traveling to blessed lands of Haram Sharifan, the cities of Makkah and Mukarramah and Madinah al Munawwara, and very shortly the highlight of the year and the highlights for a Muslim in his lifetime. The blessed Hajj al-Mubarak will be done or performed by many millions around the world. So continuing inshallah for a fortnight, we will continue to talk about the lessons we learn from Hajj. I read two ayats of the Surah Al Imran, verse 96-97, which Allah states, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Inna awwala bayti wudiya lin-nas lalladhi bi Bakkata mubarakan wa hudan lil alamin. This is something we touched upon last week, which Allah states, Inna awwala, no doubt, verily the first awwal bayt, the house for the purpose of worship, and was built, lalladhi bi Bakkata, was in the valley of Makkah. And as we mentioned, Makkah is another name for Makkah, and these are used interchangeably. The meme and the ba are used interchangeably, and they have very qareebul tajweed, qareebul makharij, these two methods. And this is a place which Allah Ta'ala defines as Mubarak, and lots of lessons inside this. Even if you look at the Kaaba, you get your main reward. It means just sitting there and looking at the Kaaba, that gives you reward as well. And then Allah says, وَهُدًى لِلْعَالَمِينَ, that this is a guidance for all of humanity, all of the worlds. The very few things Allah Almighty mentioned are for all the worlds, and here is one of those things. Allah is saying that this is for all the worlds. This is a focal point. This is a place where people understand the unity of mankind, the unity of the Muslims. And then Allah continues, فِيهِ آيَاتٌ بَيِّنَاتٌ مَقَامَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ. We mentioned that the whole of the Hajj, when we do the rites of Hajj, time and time again, when Hajj returns back, it talks about the things which are very close to the end of Allah. Those people who were the Salihin, the righteous ones, because they did a certain act for the way of Allah, for the sake of Allah, Allah Almighty kept that remembrance alive. And such was that remembrance kindled in the hearts. Even today, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, his son Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam, and his wife Sayyidina Hajar salamullah alayha, they are mentioned through Hajj, and through the very act of Hajj, their actions are continued. The scholars say that all types of worship we see, there is some type of benefit behind them. There is some kind of wisdom behind that, why we do certain things. Fasting, praying, giving zakah. Well, Hajj is that thing that when you look at the rites, on the outward aspect of Hajj, there doesn't seem any benefit behind it. There doesn't seem any logical approach to it. Why do people run around the Kaaba without their normal clothes? What logic is behind that? Why are people running between Safa and Marwa? What logic is behind that? Why are people throwing stones at something that represents them, not them themselves? There's no logic behind that. Why are people saying Mina and Muzdalifah in the open heat of the desert? There's no logic behind that. The human intellect, the mind says that this is against our health, this is against what we naturally do. Hajj is a beautiful, we should wear our best clothes. Allah tells us to wear simple clothes. So there are many acts of worship that Allah Almighty has given us some wisdom, and Allah Almighty has given us the light, proofs that these are performed for this reason. But Hajj is that thing that Allah Almighty states, there are certain types of worship that you perform only for my sake. And I want to see how madly in love you are with me. When someone loves someone, he doesn't need proof for that. Our love for our parents is unconditional. Our love for our family members is unconditional. In the same way, Hajj shows our unconditional love towards Him. And we do it for the very fact that the people who were the beloved of Allah, namely the Prophet Ibrahim Islam, Ismail Islam, and his wife Sayyidina Hajra, they enacted these things, and Allah loved it so much that Allah made this part of Hajj. And one of that is Maqam Ibrahim we mentioned last week. The Maqam Ibrahim is a place that Ibrahim alayhi salam stood and built the Kaaba. And the fact that Allah Almighty gave that place in respect shows that our aqidah is, our belief is that those places that Allah Almighty reserves for respect, Allah Almighty also makes that a right of pilgrimage worship. So Allah makes a part of worship to respect the places. And this is also in the Kaaba ayat, in Surah Al-Hajj. وَمَن يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِن تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. And those whose respect show their honor towards the signs of Allah, فَإِنَّهَا, no doubt Allah Almighty مِن تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ, Allah Almighty makes this a reason for taqwa in our hearts, for purity in our hearts. So this is a sign of purity, a sign of taqwa, that you respect the signs of Allah. And Allah Ta'ala says, what are the signs of Allah? The many. Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'air Allah. No doubt, journey between Safa and Marwa, this is one of the signs of Allah Almighty. So what Allah Almighty makes a sign, that is a sign. But yet these two mountains, they're not even beautiful on the outside. They're not the biggest. Why did Allah Almighty make K2 where every Mount Atene or all mountains all around the world which are a lot more high, a lot more challenging to climb? Why did Allah Almighty make them? Because it's not about the mountain, it's not about the looks of the mountain, it's what actually came to be connected to that. Because the mountains of Safa and Marwa are connected to the people of Allah, Allah Almighty chose them. And that is the maqam of Ibrahim alayhi salam. What is the respect of that place? Our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Our Prophet was born in the Makkah al-Mukarramah. What respect does that place have? Allah Almighty says, لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد. That I take an oath, لا أقسم بهذا البلد, upon the city. Why? وأنت حل بهذا البلد, that you are resident in the city of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because you have taken residence in the city, and that is one key thing. That we have respect for the city of Makkah al-Mukarramah. That not also it is a place where the Kaaba was built by Ibrahim alayhi salam, but it's also a place with the birth of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as attested in Surah Ul Mulk from the Quran. So that's just summarizing what we talked about last week. And then Allah says after that, وَمَنْ دَخَلَهُ كَانَ آمِنًا. Those who enter this Kaaba, they enter in sanctity, they enter in safety and the guarantee of their security. The word amin is security, the word amin means safety, the word amin is getting away from all worldly affairs and being in tranquility. And that's what we should feel when we go to Kaaba. Even to the point that says that if there is a person who has murdered someone who has killed someone, that if he enters in the Kaaba to seek refuge, we are not allowed to pursue him and kill him in the haram, in the sacred place of the Kaaba. The only way is to take him out of the haram, and then he is allowed to have his punishment. Then he is allowed to be tried. Once he is inside the Kaaba, he is safe. Even to that point. That shows how important sanctity it is, that nothing should be, no bloodshed should be happening in the Kaaba. Even in the times before the Prophet ﷺ announced Islam, the time of Jahiliyyah, the Kuffar used to respect the Kaaba and respect the mosque. And the Prophet also upheld this, especially in the months of Haram, the months of Zukat, Hijjah, which is coming, and then Muharram is first month, and then we have Rajab. These are the 4 months of Hurma, the 4 months of sanctity, which Allah says in the Quran. Allah made many months. It is in the Iddat al-Shuri, in the Lahithna Ashar Shahran, Yawma Halqa Samawati wal Ard, Minha Arba'atun Hurum. Allah Almighty, time are gone. God knows what that time is. Many million years, billion years, Allah Ta'ala already has written down that there are going to be 12 months. When Allah Ta'ala created the earth and the heavens. And amongst them 12, Allah Ta'ala said, Minha Arba'atun Hurum, I created 4 which are sacred. And one of them the most sacred, and that is the place is sacred. Then Allah Ta'ala states, وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ. And for the sake of Allah, حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ. For the sake of Allah, حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ, you do the pilgrimage to the house. So here we know that this is also for the sake of Allah. You do not say that I do Hajj because my so-and-so did Hajj in my family, I'm left over it. Or I do Hajj because it is in my community that if I don't do Hajj, there's a status in our community that those who do Hajj, they're looked down upon. This is not the way. Hajj is done solely and purely for the sake of Allah Almighty. Not because you have the money to go and show off the money and then you can go every year and year out. Or you go there just to show people that I can do Hajj and and look little and old people, you do it for the sake of Allah Almighty. And obviously Allah Ta'ala says, if you have the mouth, if you have the financial means, if you have the physical means, you're physically strong enough, able enough, and you're mentally able enough. These are three conditions of Hajj. And we won't go to the fiqh of Hajj, alhamdulillah. We had a Hajj seminar a couple weeks ago. Alhamdulillah, those ones who go to Hajj, alhamdulillah, this mosque of yours providing a service where we do Hajj seminar. And in the fourth year now, we talk about Hajj in detail. So keep this in mind, alhamdulillah, every year in this mosque of yours, alhamdulillah, around the country, alhamdulillah, we are doing these things, especially for the youth. Then Allah says, وَمَنْ كَافَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ. And those who do kufr. Now kufr is two types. Kufr is kufr i'tiqadi, kufr amal. Kufr i'tiqadi is by belief. I mean, a person who totally don't believe, he is out of Islam. So is called kufr amli. I mean, those who reject by their practice, who don't want to accept the importance of Hajj, the importance of the Kaaba. For example, if someone doesn't believe that salah is farz upon him, doesn't believe that zakah is farz upon him, doesn't believe that Sawm is farz upon him, doesn't believe of the essential rights of Islam are farz upon him, he is out of Islam. But the one who does the practice, he is doing amali kufr, not itaqadi kufr, he is the amali kufr, and he's not out of Islam, but he is a fasik. Fasik, a person, is a transgressor, and he needs to go over it. Come back to his ways. And here is Allah mentioning this as well. وَمَنْ كَافَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ. So some commentators Allah mention this. وَمَنْ كَافَرَ, that those who disbelieve, those who don't accept this, Allah Ta'ala doesn't need it. Allah Ta'ala is independent of it. Because He is the one who's independent from all the worlds. If everyone wants to worship Him, it doesn't affect Him. One less amount. If no one to worship Him, it wouldn't affect Him. Our worship, He is not in need of our worship. He is not needy. The word Samad is the one that He is independent of everyone. We are all, as creation, dependent on Allah Almighty, but He is independent of us. But the word Ghani is the one who does not need anyone. His independency knows no bounds. His generosity, His karam, His nobility, His sacredness, His highness, His exaltedness, all these attributes of Allah, they know no bounds. We can't understand them. But we can understand that through His creation. Now to talk about a very important message which relates to Hajj. In light of some recent events that happened a couple of years in our area, and you're all aware about this, and then something that's happening in our youth, that we suddenly start to think that we are above all people, and we suddenly start to go back to ways of Jahiliyyah. At the time the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when he came to Madinah Shareef, he saw the old Sanah Surah. They had fought the Bu'as for many hundred years, and they were simple. They were only over petty small things. They were fighting over petty small things. So and so said to this way, so made this transaction, and you want to forget it. And after generations after generations, that enmity carried on, and many lives were lost, and there were many killings. And today we see that the Muslims are trying to return back to that ignorance. And the Prophet mentioned that the end of time will be there will be much bloodshed. We are having it in the country level. We're having it on our society level. We're having it in our communities, in our families. And we are trying to draw lines. We're trying to draw lines in our communities. Now, this person is from this area. This person is from this area. He might be better than him. This is all wrong. It is all under the influence of because our youngsters are taking drugs. Our youngsters are taking alcohol. Our youngsters are dealing in illegal ways, are doing illegal matters. It's enough time now that we need to push these things on the carpet. We need to address these things head on. And as Imam al-Masjid, alhamdulillah, my colleague, Imam Mubarak, has talked about this today about Jummah. He's put a statement out, I have put a statement out on Facebook and on social media. It's time is enough. And I want to talk about a hadith that connects to this state time. Yes, Hajj is amazing, the Kaaba is amazing, but this hadith really called back home. It will make us understand how important it is for the respect and the honor and the sanctity of a Muslim. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Umar, he mentions in Sahih ibn Majah, Sunnah ibn Majah, in Kitab al-Fitan, the Prophet was to go after on the Kaaba. He stopped and he looked at the Kaaba and he addressed the Kaaba. He said, he talked to the Kaaba. He said, how good are you? How good are you and how good is your fragrance? How great are you and how great is your sanctity? So the Prophet ﷺ is addressing the Kaaba. How good are you? How good is your fragrance? How great are you? How great is your sanctity? And by Allah, whose hand is the soul of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whenever the Prophet mentions hadith, it used to be that after this something that is going to be mentioned is very, very important. Everything the Prophet is very important. Whenever the Qur'an does an oath, and when the Prophet talks about something with an oath, this is a very, very important matter. We go against this, we are going to be failed. We are going to be a failure. So by him, whose soul, the Muhammad's soul, by him, whose hand the soul of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is, the sanctity of a believer is more in the sight of Allah than your sanctity. So the Prophet will say to Kaaba, the sanctity, the sacredness, the holiness, the greatness of a believer is greater than you in the sight of Allah. Talk to the Kaaba. And not to see the Prophet said, وَمَالِهِ and his wealth, وَدَمِهِ and his blood. And also to have good thoughts about you. So the Prophet mentioned here, very important points, that yes, the Kaaba is great, the Kaaba has sanctity, the Kaaba is good. But yet even greater and better than this is the sanctity of a believer. And that we safeguard and protect our Muslim brothers' blood, our Muslim brothers' wealth. And not just that, we have Christian done. We think about that. I call out to my young youth today. Where are you going? What are you doing? Where will you end up? What is your way you're following? Is the way you are following? I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're from Shelton, you're from Longton, you're from Cambridge, you're from Tunstall. We don't care about this. Our Prophet said in the last khutbah that we are Muslims, we are all for one ummah. There is no superiority of a white over a black person, or a black over a black white person. There is no superiority of a red person over a yellow person, a yellow over a white person. The Prophet mentioned this. There's nothing like this. Where are we going? Are we trying to show that our gangster status quo is better than the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Who are we? What are we doing this for? Are we doing for those friends who only you can use us in this dunya for their own benefit? And when it comes to time of death, they'll be there for us. Yeah, if you follow Islam, alhamdulillah. I say to brothers, I know, alhamdulillah, that they give up their way of the gangster lifestyle. They give up their way of all these drugs and violence. And they said, Allah, why Allah, that they only had 5 friends. Well, alhamdulillah, those 5 friends were only there for limited period. But when they came to the way of Allah, Allah does replace their 5 with many 5 pounds. When you are a Muslim, a true Muslim, you would have the Facebook warriors as your friends. You have the WhatsApp friends. You have the likes you need. You will have people, when you die, your janazah should be done in honor and dignity. And people even not knowing your face, just fearing your death, they will come in the crowds to read the namaz. That is what a true success is on earth. So when you die, people read the namaz. People remember you and your good works. And people do dua and supplicate for you. And at least think about the people who are affecting your life. Why are we making our mothers cry? Why are we making our fathers upset? Why are we affecting our families? Where are we going? What are we going to achieve out of this? In front of your eyes, all around the world, our Muslim brothers are dying and these stabbings are going on. So we want to say to you, my clear message to you is you need to drop them knives and save lives. This is a message that's gone across the whole of Alhamdulillah, the whole of the UK. And I, myself personally, would have a request that set your destiny aside. If there's any problem, get your elders involved, get people involved, and let's sort this out once and for all. It's not a right thing to do. And I was giving my elders a chance that you should go forward as well. Those are community elders, our community people. That time is enough. Let's just keep on going on and on and on. Where's it going to stop? If people are going to die after this, this is not right. And we as Imams of Masjid, we have the opportunity to extend our hand of our love and our understanding, come to us and sit down and talk to us and tell us your problems. And inshallah, if there's anything that you want us to do to make the community better, inshallah we do that. Whatever we do, inshallah, we do dua. Now, our youth, they are our future. They are our future generation. Our youth are destroyed now, then what are we have left to face? May Allah Almighty give us tawfiq to understand what I said. Whatever I said, good is from Allah. Whatever I said, for myself, I made a mistake. Allah Almighty forgive me.
Please comment, like, subscribe and share. Please subscribe to Islam One